Everyone has that one auntie with zero men in her life and is headed to self-destruction. And whose fault is it? Who is to be blamed for your auntie being unable to secure a man and protection into her final days? Well, it's her fault, of course, and she put herself in that position because she thought she could level up and hit the cream of the crop, or she didn't need a man, and now she has nobody to come home to her. These types of women are the modern-day leftover women who chose the struggle instead of the struggle choosing them. As a man, you understand how easy it is for a woman to get a man. All they have to do is exist and look halfway decent, and somebody is going to take them. So when you meet a woman in leftover territories and she's still single, that should tell you everything you need to know. There's no necessary vetting. Once she's past the age of 29, she should automatically be disqualified. You guys keep forgetting that most women don't start having bedroom fun at 18. A lot of women start in their early to late teens, regardless of how you want to feel about it. The truth doesn't care about your feelings. I know many of you watching this video know girls that started before they entered college, and it is what it is. Back in my days, at least half of the women lost their V card in high school, so when you meet an older woman, she may have been in these streets for almost 2 decades, if not more, and nobody has taken them, or they are a failure at marriage. So with that knowledge, why would you choose a woman that was wasting time getting her back blown out instead of looking for something serious? Think, gents, is that someone who you want to roll the dice on or raise your kids with that track record. And let's say she has a kid or multiple kids from different men, and she puts them on child support. Are you going to live in ignorance and ignore the obvious red flags just because she tickles your Dragon Balls? Men, you have to think and make a conscious decision instead of allowing your lust and the stupid juice inside your nuts to cloud your judgment. These leftover ex-exes should be left alone to live out the rest of their lives with their pet. They don't deserve to be rescued and rewarded with a relationship when they blew that chance for at least a decade. And thankfully, some men are starting to wake up and see that they are making a huge mistake in taking these women seriously. There was a time that leftover women had almost zero chance of ever getting a man to commit to them in the past. We need to bring that back and allow women to face the accountability of playing and taking their youth for granted when they should be building their families with their husbands. But unfortunately, in society, women are being told that they must wait until they are in the leftover territory before thinking of settling down, and men are forced to believe that choosing older women is the right thing to do at their expense. And I'm here to tell you both options are BS and do not rescue these women. The problem that I predict will happen is young men in Gen Z and millennials, who are invisible to most women in their age group and cannot get any peace leave to save their lives, will go to the leftover women and cape for them. And that's something we can't stop because young women are competing for top-tier men. So the void that is there for these young men will be filled by older women, and men will foolishly rescue these women, but I doubt they'll get the ring. And based on the statistics that 45% of women will be single and childless by 2030, I can sleep well at night knowing men are not taking a raw deal anymore. And the evidence that dating leftover women are a bad idea is right in your face. Look at the declining birth rate, rise in single women, divorce and marriage statistics. The evidence is right there, and men see the BS, figure out it's not worth it, and are choosing a different path. Then there's another subsection of men going overseas to find a traditional woman instead of taking BS from the angry leftover women. Look at the passport bras. They're done with taking crap from black women and are choosing to go overseas and sample the local delicacies instead of being the clean-up man and taking disrespect. Then you have the free agents that are traveling abroad to enjoy life and have a little bit of fun. None of these men are choosing to take a bad deal from a leftover woman because they can see clear as day that these women have nothing to offer than baggage and kids from another man, and they're not having it. And you also have the regular travelers going abroad to look for love or to have a little bit of fun and maybe keep a long-term relationship with one of the locals. These men would have been options for leftover women, but they are removing themselves from being potential husbands, further proving my point that many of these women aren't going to get saved anytime soon. If it weren't for the single lonely young men, these women would drop like flies in the future. With that said, let's look at a woman who has ascended past the leftover status and into the category of no way in hell she's dating or marriage material. It's bad out here, gents, and you'll contemplate life if you have a daughter when you hear what this woman did. We'll be looking at an article from the New York Post titled, "I have 11 kids with 8 different men. I'm not ashamed, it's an advantage." Boy, doesn't she sound like such a catch? Well, tap the like button, gents, and let's dive into it. A Memphis woman named Fi has been hit with hate after she flaunted the fact that she has 11 children with 8 different men. She's got a bevy of baby daddies and doesn't care who knows it. A Tennessee woman has hit back at haters who have criticized her for having 11 children with 8 different men, saying she's not ashamed of her unconventional family. The Memphis mama, known on TikTok as Fi, is frequently fielding questions about her children's fathers on the social media site, where she has clocked up close to 100,000 followers. Gents, she has 11 kids by 8 baby daddies, holy shit. This is where we are now, and people are defending this woman. It's over. What type of message does that send to her kids seeing their mom getting impregnated by 8 different men? There is a gump somewhere willing to be the 9th baby daddy, I can guarantee that. She'll have no problem pumping out a couple more kids if her womb allows her to. I don't think I've ever heard a woman have 11 kids by this many men, so I was shocked when I first saw the story. Wow, just wow, who in here thinks she's wife material? Put a 0 in the chat if you think she will make a good wife. Lord have mercy. Let's continue. In a viral video back in August, Vi said there were even advantages to having so many men around. Let me explain it, she said. If you have 1 and you take away 1, you have 0, but if you have 8 and you take away 3, you still have 5. If I only had 1 baby daddy and he happened to leave or die, my kids would be fatherless, she said. But if I have 8 and 3 were to leave or die, my kids still have 5 dads. Send the asteroids and make it quick. This world needs to end right now. Do you hear this BS? Mathematically, she's correct, but come on, this woman is a terrible mother, I'm going to be honest. It's not healthy for the kids, that's the point. How can she be this selfish? Just say you want the money you can get from these 8 men and stop the cap. Gents, 8 men decided to bust up her walls, so whose fault is that? If I heard the woman I was messing with had 3 baby daddies and so many kids, I wouldn't want to be the next man, so these men have to hold an L too. You're telling me those men couldn't find a young woman without a child and impregnated that woman instead of Fi? I don't feel sorry for any of the men if they get put on child support because I know for a fact this woman told them she had other kids. Men, you guys will flush your life away for a warm, wet hole, and it's unreal, but it is what it is. Those men are morons, and that's just the truth. Anyways, let's continue. Fi has not disclosed the names or ages of her 11 children, and her own age is unknown. However, many viewers were less than impressed by the tattooed Tennessean's bedroom behavior and slammed her in the comments section beneath the clip. The only thing I learned here is that birth control should be administered at a certain point when clearly there is a problem like above, one declared. Once is a mistake, twice is a choice. After that, it's a habit, another sassily stated. Meanwhile, a third detractor chimed in by bluntly declaring, "For the love of God, stop reproducing." However, Fi says she wants to have even more children, responding, "I want to have like another 19 just so I could make it even 30. Gents, we are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. We only need 25 more of you guys to go and subscribe. So I'll link the channel in the description and pinned in the comments section so you guys can show me some support and subscribe to achieve our goal of 1,000 subscribers before December. I appreciate all of you guys. Men, I'm done. Y'all can have this world. Alan, Mabrotha, the next rocket that's scheduled to Mars, add me to the list. I'll take my chances than staying on this planet with women like Fi. At least people are holding her accountable and putting their needs on her neck than giving her a pass. And she said she wants to have 30 kids with 19 baby daddies. Man, this world is done. 19 baby daddy, I can't even comprehend 19 men willingly impregnating one woman. But hey, you reap what you sow. At least she's helping the declining birth rate, so I'll give her that. Continuing. She later quipped that she finds the fathers on sites such as Craigslist, stating, "But that's kind of played out now, so I usually just like a post on Facebook Marketplace, or if I see like an empty billboard, I'll post an ad up there." That's how she finds these men. WTF, brew, you can't make this ish up. I told you guys that a woman could easily get a man, but you guys don't believe me. Let a man post on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and write that he wants a baby mama and see how many women show up to his front door, ready to get ramrodded and prego. Not a single woman would show up, but all she had to do was make a post, and ninjas pulled up with stupid juice in their nutsacks, ready to roar all up in her wet vice grip. Damn, continuing. Despite the jokes, the mom appears to have a good relationship with almost all of her children's fathers. The joke that she wants even more baby daddies to add to her already hectic life. In another clip, she shared photos of 7 of the 8 different daddies and even revealed some of their social media handles. One fan was impressed that Fi procreated with the handsome men, enthusiastically writing, "No shame in your game, girl, they all fine." Gents, there you have it. She's something else, I'll tell you that. I wouldn't put myself in that position, but other men certainly will, unfortunately, and we also have to call out the men. I hope you guys don't go and sign up to be baby daddy number 9. And from you look at her and see the tattoos, you should already know she's a walking red flag, but her parenting lifestyle cemented her as for the streets, and in my book, she's forever excommunicated as being a wife. On the screen is our Season 4 RP videos that our supporters have been really enjoying, so go and join the rest of our community by clicking the video on the screen right now.